Hello, my fellow Mutable Signs. I appreciate you being here with me. I am Sare the Celestial, and thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to go ahead and do a reading on the upcoming full moon in Aquarius. I know that we have been put through the ringer with this current Mercury retrograde that we have going on that started in Virgo, a mutable sign, and is now currently ingressed back into Leo, a fixed sign. With the Mars in Gemini and the Jupiter in Gemini, they conjunct. We got a square with the Pisces Saturn. We have a square with just like there's squares everywhere, and I am so tired. But we're here. We're doing it. We're thriving. We're vibing. I don't know what you are. I'm trying. I'm trying to thrive and vibe. So this is going to be about a message of what you need to receive or what you need to know or release during this Aquarius full moon. This is Steven. He is one of my, I guess you could say he's one of my vocal decks. You know what I mean? I like to name my tarot decks because I feel like they have personalities and you have interviews with them. Like, you need to get to know them. Now, I will go ahead and forewarn everyone that feels like this one is going to be more professional. It is not. I'm not a professional. Like, I'm not going to go off of professionalism when I read. However, okay. I'm going to continue. I don't go off of professionalism when I read. This is supposed to be personal. You are supposed to feel held and... Are some of you all resisting change? Are some of you all going backwards on purpose? Is it difficult? Yes. 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 Oh. Oh. Yeah, we've been going through it, y'all. Like I don't know. That was me being clumsy. I don't know. Any other messages? All right. I think that is about it, actually. So for this new moon in Aquarius, definitely make sure that you are checking. Oh, I didn't get my final message out. Yeah, you're supposed to feel held and comfortable. And like this is a personal talk because that's how I do my readings. Oh, gorgeous. But yeah, for this new moon in Aquarius, not new moon, god damn it. Okay, for this full moon in Aquarius, make sure that you are staying hydrated, make sure you are resting and being patient with everyone. Check where Aquarius is at in your chart so that you can have a better understanding of the theme that's going to be involved and where you could possibly be called to release some things. I have an Aquarius Mercury. And I feel like, oh, and it's in my 6th house, like it occupies my 6th house. So my work is inconsistent AF, or it can be inconsistent AF, but with discipline and with me at least trying to schedule or plan and doing it for the people. I love being able to help people in the ways that matter. But my Mercury my Mercury is a 5th house Mercury. So I have a 5th house stellium. So... ooh, there we go. Ooh, that's clumsy. You know what's funny is that right before I actually started recording, this oracle card came out of this deck. But I put it back because I wasn't rolling. And I was like, okay, well, I want them to actually be able to see what's coming out rather than assuming that I just chose for them. So... we have a few things. Are we ready? Are we ready to get into it? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So we already have here, starting out for the message for the upcoming Aquarius full moon, we have the King and Queen of Rods. Because this is the King and the Queen and they came out at different times, but also right next to each other, I feel like these are people. I feel like it could possibly be you. I feel like it could be people around you, but either way, they're very significant. Now, if they are not people and it's not people around you and it's not you, the king, or the, I'm sorry, excuse me, I put them in the wrong place there. The King of Wands is very much about being an excellent leader. He's very, he reminds me a lot of the Emperor, except he is doing a lot more than the Emperor does. The Emperor kind of just tells people what to do and delegates accordingly and lets them do their thing and continues to work on other projects that he has leadership over. With the King of Wands, this is one individual project that he has full control and leadership over, and he is actively working with the team to make things happen. He is an excellent person for delegating responsibilities and especially towards actions and new ventures, because Wands is related to the things that we do in actions. It's also related to the element of fire. So this could be a fire sign. This could be you as a Sagittarius, since this is the Mutable Signs reading. Either way it goes, you are being called upon in some way, shape, or form to integrate both the King and the Queen of Wands this upcoming full moon in Aquarius. Now, however that may be, you will know more so than I will. But the Queen of Wands, she is so outgoing. She is a social butterfly. This is actually this is my court card whenever I've asked all of my decks on my court card and not my majors, this is my court card. Whenever I'm at my highest and my best self, I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm very outgoing, personable, business-minded. She's making things happen. She's doing what she needs to do. She takes care of herself. She makes sure that she is doing and working on the things that bring her life. She goes after her passions. She doesn't let fear stop her or stand in her way. What is fear? What is fear? She doesn't let that get to her. She doesn't let that stop her, including the insecurities of other people. She just continues to skip to her own beat because she is very secure in herself and she loves what she does. The King of Wands is very similar. Now, as far as the things that you need to be releasing, whenever I asked if y'all have been completely ignoring some things and like saying, no, I don't want to change, we got the Death card in reverse here. Apparently there is some transformation that is coming that you guys need to stop avoiding or you need to be preparing for, because the Death card in reverse, the Death card upright, because I like to read reversals and I always want to explain why. I practice inversion thinking, and for people who don't read reversals, I completely respect them and I will always honor them and their stance on it. But for successful people, I feel like you need to go ahead and just read the reversals. If you don't read reversals, you will not know what you're supposed to avoid. Get me? So, Death upright is about transformation. It is not about literal death. It is just about transformation. It's about a significant change that happens that is similar to a death. This is a major arcana card. Now with the major arcana cards, we are thinking about major life changes, significant things that are either permanent or very long lasting. Because I feel like nothing is quite permanent per se, unless it's, you know, something like a death, like a death. But this does not mean anybody in your life is going to die. With it being reversed, it means that you are refusing to transform. You're refusing to change. It's being brought to your attention and you are saying, no, not right now. The Death card reversed is also coming to tell you that you do not have a choice in this. This is something that you are going to be becoming a part of, whether you like it or not. And that's just the way that it is. I hate to say it like that, but it is. Like there's certain transformations that cannot be held back whenever you are in a certain frequency and vibration. You cannot say no to certain things. Whenever you choose to do the higher path and take the higher road, you have got to continue to raise your frequency. And I know it's hard and I know it's difficult. Please understand I do. Please understand. I do. But it is always going to be worth it. Any change that comes was always necessary. Anything that leaves was never yours to begin with. And I feel like nothing ever really is yours. We need to stop focusing on these fixed outcomes, start focusing on what could come out of the things that are brought to our attention by releasing them or getting rid of some things, even if it's just a purge, a mental purge. Do something about it. Get rid of it. It's too heavy to take with you where you're going. You are becoming Earth Angel. Please get rid of the things that are making you human and making you do and repeat certain cycles. That's not what you're here for. If you're here and you're receiving this message, that's not what you're here for. Then we have another major, and majors. I should have pointed out, death is signified by Scorpio. So if you have any Scorpio placements like I do, I have a Scorpio moon. So whenever I tell you, I do know how hard it is to transform. I do. It's very hard. And death and rebirths are never easy, but they are always so worth it. That's signified by Scorpio. This card is signified by Cancer and Pisces because it is the moon, and the moon in tarot is signified by Pisces as well, but because this can kind of be in between, it's more a planetary association with the moon. So the High Priestess, she is exactly what she states she is. She is the High Priestess. She is all about being and operating in both the conscious and the subconscious. She is going to, it's kind of an as above, so below type of feel. She operates between the veils, and she is so good at what she does. She has divine intuition, divine feminism, and she is able to be, I guess, a messenger in a lot of ways by telling you that you need to remind yourself of who the fuck you are. Excuse my language. Who am I kidding? Remind yourself of who the fuck you are. Stop playing small. Stop refusing to do what you need to do. Your intuition has probably been telling you and been trying to wake you the fuck up for a good while. Because if you're a mutable placement or you have any significant mutable placements, we have been going through it. We have been going through transformations like nobody's business, but we are here. We are adaptable. We are survivors. And I have a grand mutable cross in my astrology chart. One of the main things I hate being called is flexible and adaptable, but it is so true. I know it may agitate you, and I know that the changes may be so at the wrong moment, but please understand that it's all a part of the process, and trust it. Lean into it. Let go. The High Priestess lets you know, you got this. You got this. Now we're going to go ahead and get into our oracles. We have picture, as you can see, and it says, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Are you missing someone who was not good for you? Are you still talking to them? And are you disrespecting your boundaries to be able to communicate with that person? Good questions to answer. Now, for this next one, we have, what does that say? It says poker face. We have poker face here. And poker face is taking a chance, risks, and options, not showing hand, and gambling. Of course, this is the messages for the read, but if I may digress, with the current retrograde that we have in effect, I feel like you guys might actually have a new suitor. I don't do romantic reads, but because there is the king and queen of rods, could be a fire sign, whichever. It's not gender specific, mind you. It's just how they radiate their energy as a divine masculine, divine feminine. Now, with this as well, you could be holding on to an old flame. You could be looking at pictures of an old crush, an old person who you used to mess with, and you're resisting the transformation and possibly resisting the change that could be coming into your life in the form of a person. You've been told by your intuition that this is a person that you can trust, but it might still be somebody that you're rejecting. That's the only reason I say that, because I never get poker face, like no matter what sign it is. And I feel like you need to go ahead and take a chance and take a risk. Don't tell people what you're doing, just do it. And then we have ship. This is cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression, and arriving. I rest my case on that. I'm not even going to go into that, because what I was saying prior to picking up that card is exactly what, yeah. Whew, baby. So I love that each of the groups of signs got a pink card. And of course, like I've said in the last, I will be referencing the original guidebooks for both Prism as well as the Allies Oracle that I am doing the reading with, but everybody got a pink card as their first card. I love that. So here we have comfort, and comfort is all about being able to not only just stay in your comfort zone, but also being out of it. It talks about when it comes up in a reading, it signifies that you may need to invite some more self-care and comfort into your life. A great way to do this, though, is nourishing your spirit or higher self. This can be something as simple as cleaning out your home and rearranging your space in order to invite in clear and comforting energy. It can also mean taking the time to prepare yourself a meal that your body has been craving. This is coming out to you, Virgos. All the Virgo placements include, especially risings, especially. Whatever it is, do it with ease and give your nervous system a gentle break that it needs. Virgos! Honestly, all mutable placements, because I feel because of how adaptable and flexible naturally we are, our nerves are always bad. I've never met a Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Virgo that has ever had a good anxiety system or being able to ground themselves immediately. They're either highly medicated or they deal with it on their own and they're raw dogging it. It is what it is. I'm not saying that they're more prone to it. Actually, no, I am saying mutable signs are more prone to anxiety. There are certain other signs that are prone to anxiety as well, but mutable signs, because of the adaptability and flexibility and always constantly being on our toes, we have anxiety out the ass, unfortunately. Now movement, here we go, moving and grooving. When this card comes up in a reading, it symbolizes that it could be time to take action and proceed on your journey or with your plans. Taking action can be scary or anxiety producing, but sometimes you need to stop thinking about things so much and just do them. This card means the time is now and all signs say go. Moving on, cutting ties, receive what you need, progression, and arriving. Poker face, picture. Y'all need to be moving. Y'all have been still for way too long. You need to move. You're being asked to move. Do some self-care. Get up. Do not sit there and stay in your depression. Get up. Let's go. Take a shower. Go for a walk. Hot as hell. Go for a walk at 7. Go for a walk in the morning at 7 a.m. or 7 at night. It's not going to be as hot. As somebody who likes walks, and it helps chill me down and help me ground myself back in reality, because I don't know why, but I feel like y'all could really benefit from having a little bit of nature. Now we have rabbit. Ooh, the key phrase is abundance is coming to me. I love this. Journal prompt: what does abundance look like to you? This, of course, goes on to talking about the luck and abundance that rabbits symbolize, and not to mention, because there are two different rabbits, it symbolizes the duality. So you have to know what abundance looks like to you to be able to receive it. And this could easily be indicating, in my mind, this could easily be indicating that you are not wanting to accept the abundance that is coming in because it's not what you wanted or it's not what you thought you wanted. And it really actually is. You just need to give it a chance. You need to change your perspective. You need to change that mindset just a tad bit and just be a little bit more open. And I don't know why Katy Perry's song Wide Awake just popped up into my head, but wide awake, truly wide awake. What are you sleeping on something? Are you sleeping on someone? That's all I'm gonna say about that one. And then we have Iboga. I never can pronounce it right. Again, so sorry for the terrible, terrible ways that I pronounce things. I am human. Iboga. Key word or key phrase: I see the medicine in the difficult experiences. And the journal prompt: what destructive patterns are you aware of within yourself? I rest my case. Because what destructive patterns are you aware of in yourself? Are you self-destructing because you don't want to see what is on the other side? But you're like, the grass is going to be greener, but you're not willing to go there and water it. Are you literally just refusing to change and refusing to change what you're doing and how you're operating? There is something that you are self-sabotaging with, and you need to stop. You need to stop it. It is not for you anymore. Okay? And I can't tell you how personal this is for me because I'm a Virgo rising. I'm not even doing this read for me, but for some reason it is calling me the hell out. Think about it. Take a second. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend, an amazing time with the full moon in Aquarius. Please let me know how this resonated with you, and I hope you all stay blessed, guided, loved, supported, and held. And I hope that, you know, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Bye.